For WLCSports.com, this is Adam Heinzen, joined alongside sixth-year head women's soccer coach Tony Pierce as we preview the Warriors season, which begins tomorrow at Lake Forest. Coach, your team just wrapped up its preseason schedule. What have you seen from the team the last couple of weeks since they've arrived on campus?
Well, the girls have been working hard, and we have a lot of newcomers, which, lends itself to trying to mold them together. A lot of pieces to the puzzle, but the upperclassmen have worked very hard, and in the off season and coming into preseason, they've bonded well with the newcomers, and the freshmen have been great, and I think things will be exciting for this year. We'll find out a little more tomorrow against Lake Forest, which is a very good team, but we have three captains this year, and I think that leadership will be great. It's Beth Westfall, Rachel Sebald, and Brooke Hardy. So those girls have done a real nice job of, creating team chemistry and going from there.
Which leads into our next question, Coach. Last year, you lost 5 seniors going into this year's team. You probably hit on it, but who can you expect to step up in that leadership position this year with only one senior on the team?
Well, I think, Rachel Sebald will be key in goal for us, and, just the position lends itself to being a leader, but Beth Westfall in the back, and then as we move forward, then we have, Meredith Wilson, who's another upperclassman that'll help us, Brooke Hardy, but then, some people to look for, which I think some of our freshmen, we have a couple midfielders and a couple attackers that I think will, generate some interest. But someone like Helen Joyce in the midfield will be very exciting to watch. But I also think she leads by example, which has helped pull us along so far during preseason. We'll find out what happens during the regular season here.
You've added 11 newcomers to the roster, Coach. What can you speak about the newcomers? What have you seen from them during the preseason? What do you like the most?
Well, I think their attitude is great. They've been working very hard and, push themselves, and they want to be a part of it. And I think, in the past, we would lose some players along the way, but this year, everybody stuck around. They've been, like I said, just looking to push themselves every day, get better, and when that happens, good things happen for the team.
You have 7 of your first 11 games at home. How big of an advantage is that to you, especially early on in the season?
Well, I think it's a little bit of an advantage for sure. Not a huge advantage, but it's a comfort factor, especially with so many newcomers, that it allows us to, get used to a routine and how to prepare. But I think that'll help us also, as we lead into conference play. The first part of the year is usually non-conference games, and to be at home a little more than normal helps to kind of get our feet wet and get ready for conference. But when that happens, the conference games mean so much, because we want to get to the conference tournament and see what happens there. And that's part of our goal this year, is to make that happen. So we'll see.
Speaking of the conference, why don't you talk a little bit about how you think the conference might play out and where you see the team fitting in? What are some of the goals conference-wise?
Well, a goal just as a team in general has been, let's see if we can put ourselves above 500. The conference, I think if you have at least 6 wins in the conference, it gets you into the conference tournament. We'd like to see that at least as a minimum, but for sure, that's our goal, is to get into the conference tournament, something we haven't been able to accomplish in a long time, and so that's where we're at. All in all, though, it's going out there and competing every game. If we do that, if we at least play our best, that's all we can ask and look for improvement. But I think the team will be exciting this year. I think we'll score some goals, which last couple of years it's been a little tough for us, so we'll go from there.
Coach, your team opens its season tomorrow at Lake Forest, a team you've faced the last couple of seasons to start off the year. What do you know about the Foresters, and how excited is this team to play someone else other than themselves during practice?
Yeah, they're excited. They're excited for the season to start. Lake Forest is always good. They're usually an NCAA team. It's one of those where we want we want to be there in the future, and that's where if we don't play teams like that, you don't get better and you don't find yourself at that next level, and that's where we're trying to get to. But they're a good team, especially at home on their turf. They're quick. The number 4 for them she's an excellent player. She's a senior this year, and she'll. That's somebody that we have to be alert to and just see if we can shut her down a little bit. But she's busy, and like I said, wreaks a little havoc with anybody she plays with. So we'll see what happens there. But it's exciting, start of the year. So we'll see how it turns out tomorrow night.
And the Warriors open their season tomorrow at Lake Forest. They'll be home on Friday at 5 o'clock to host Bethany Lutheran. Coach, thanks for joining us today, and best of luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.